Welcome, Smyth Performance Ute builders. Today's video is just a little tip on something I do to make installing interior a little easier. But you got to think about it while you're putting the Bpillar braces on. So as you can see by this Mark V Jetta, I've already put the Bpillar braces in. This technique works for Jettas, both the Mark IV and the Mark V, works for the Jeep, works for the Audi. I don't know about the Subaru and I don't know about the Charger, but it might be something that you could adapt to fit either of those. It does not work on the Beetle. Basically, when you put the Bpillar support in, you're popping a bunch of rivets. And those line up with right where the interior covers attach. So they used to come around and now this Bpillar brace is in the way. So I'm substituting a few of these rivets for a 1032, which one thing it does for you is give you a little more shear strength than the pop rivets. And I substitute stainless steel pop rivets for a few things that are under kind of high load. If you substitute a few of these, a number 10 bolt fits well in that same 3/16 hole. You can use a 1032 or a 1028 or 1024, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as you have everything that matches. So I put a fender washer. Well, first off, this I'm using 1032s, so that's 1.25 inch long 1032. I put a fender washer on it that's about 1 inch in diameter, and then based on what I do for the interior, 2 standard nuts fit, gives me the correct spacing. Put that through the Bpillar brace, put another washer on it, and then I put a aircraft nut or a, what else? There's another name for them. Nylock, a nylock nut on it to really lock it down. And I substitute so that I have 2 or 3 for the upper Bpillar interior cover, 3 for the lower Bpillar interior cover. It actually goes on this surface, and then 2 along the bottom for this sill that goes along the bottom. Basically, we're giving this edge something to grab onto by having that spaced off a little, and that will help hold this in place. That works on the upper Bpillar interior cover. Same bit, gives it something to hold on to since there's no longer a door seal there. And the lower Bpillar cover. Same bit, there's this just a little bit of a lip there, and having that gives it something to grab onto and holds it in place. Depends on what you're going to do for interior work, for how much space you need, where I'm using those 2 nuts. Those 2 nuts works for me. That may be too much for you if you're just gluing the carpet on. You may just want to use 2 or 3 standard washers instead of the 2 nuts. It's all going to depend on how much material you put. I line this with a layer of rattle trap, or there's another name for it, but it's basically that sound deadening butyl rubber with foil on it. Then I put a layer of 3/4 inch foam, and then I do an interior panel that has a 1/4 inch foam on it. So I stack up a pretty good amount, and I need it to have a little bit of room. That panel will get held in by this as long as that is held in by that washer. So you can see with that space and where this starts coming out, right? I don't want that panel to pop off here. I want it to be kind of snugged up underneath there. And this is held on with these. So it's actually very simple. I'm making this sound a lot more complicated than it is. So I'm gonna pop the phone off, the camera off there, and we'll come zoom in. So here we are, sort of inside the car, looking at what they look like installed. So here you can see one of the bolts I was talking about installed with that fender washer. Okay, if I zoom or scan up, there's another one. there's another one, and this top one is engaged. And if we look at the right angle, you can see there's another one right here for the upper. So if I can do this one-handed, basically when you install your Bpillar covers, it's kind of hard to get this one-handed. There we go. So that washer now is catching on this lip and holding these all in place. So my interior panel that will be on this surface can tuck up into this kind of a little bit of a groove there, and that will keep the front edge of my interior panel in, and this panel won't pop out because it has something to hold on to. And the same thing happens down here at the bottom with that sill that goes across here. So little simple thing that if you think of it in time, you can put it in and make your life a whole lot easier when you start making interior parts. So that's all it is, just that washer, couple of nuts, or some smaller washers on a 1032 in place of rivets. Gives you two functions, a little bit better shear strength than just a pop rivet, and it gives you something to hold on to the interior. I hope those tips help you out a little bit. Good luck with your build. Thank you for your continued support. If you're interested, you can check out my website, HestermannMotorwerks.com. I have a little bit of swag there, some hats and some t-shirts. Take care.